I went to a Tool concert that kickstarted an epic journey down the Pacific Coast Highway for the trip of a lifetime. This adventure is a testament to the truth, and this journey I am on now is a confirmation of that truth, of having the audacity to believe in the beauty of my dreams. My name is Zan. I became disabled in 2019 as the winds of change continued howling through my life in 2022. Amidst the turmoil, I discovered that even in the darkest of times, dreams still come true.
And then there it was. Tool was going on tour. Tool, a band that was founded by 4 individuals. Maynard James Keenan, Adam Jones, Danny Carey, and Justin Chandler in Los Angeles in the 90s. Style, infectious, psychedelic, hypnotic, fantastic.
We woke in this magical little cottage that sang with unique touches and decorations that felt like they were from another time. Quaint and nostalgic, this cozy little cottage had a way of easing my senses into tranquil relaxation. I found myself not wanting to get out of bed, enjoying the closeness of the space. To our surprise and absolute delight, we met the chunkiest, cutest, friendliest little corgi, adding an extra touch of warmth and charm to our stay. So I don't usually wear makeup except for on special occasions. Just couldn't resist celebrating my first time seeing Tool by getting done up in a big way. As the concert neared, I was so nervous. My head was filled with questions. Will the concert be everything I hope it will be? Will my wheelchair be a problem or a barrier to fully enjoying the experience? The energy was viscerally electric. As soon as they began playing, I knew that all my doubts and questions were for nothing. I feel a resonance with the music of Tool on a soul level. They even performed one of my favorite songs, Right Into, which apparently they hadn't performed live since 2011. I felt spoiled. I get chills just thinking about it. It was everything. It was literally everything I had dreamed of and wished for and more. I'm so grateful that I got to have this experience. While most of Sacramento had gone to sleep, we stumbled into a brew pub late into the night for some food and drink. To cap off this unforgettable night, we indulged in my recipe for a satisfying life. Good food, good music, good drink, and good company. My voice was hoarse from cheering at the show, but it was worth every scream.
You ready?
As we headed out of downtown Sacramento for the night, I couldn't help but feel a little disappointment for not having had more time to explore the boardwalk. Even so, nothing could distract me from feeling like I was on top of the world. The next morning, feeling refreshed and rejuvenated, while appreciating more details of the cottage, we became eager to immerse ourselves in nature. We set out on a day trip to a nearby lake in Folsom, made famous by Johnny Cash's unforgettable Folsom Prison Blues. We didn't have to walk far along the winding path to the lake. the natural beauty of the lake peeking through with every step enticing us to come play. We found this beautiful, large, mossy tree that had fallen into the lake that reminded me of the interconnectedness of all living things. It was covered in moss, algae, and mushrooms, a whole self-sustaining ecosystem of death and rebirth. Just look at these little mushrooms doing their great work, slowly breaking down this tree to become food for the rest of the ecosystem in this endless cycle of death and rebirth. It ended up being a perfect spot to sit and relax. We sat on the fallen tree and talked about life, the previous night's show, and watched the waterfowl gracefully glide onto the lake. The daylight played in the trees, the water, and with the landscape. I love this simple truth, that matter is neither created nor destroyed. It simply changes form, so nothing we love is ever truly gone. It simply moves into the next phase of its existence. As the sun set, we headed back to the cottage. We couldn't resist the pull of the full moon, and even though the night grew colder, we ventured out into the darkness with flashlights in hand, admiring the full moon and feeling alive as we watched our breath in the crisp air. I captured the memories of that night in a photo on my instant camera. We were reminded that sometimes it's the unexpected moments that make for the most unforgettable experiences. It was time to leave Sacramento. As we said our goodbyes and thanked our hosts for their hospitality, they suggested we make a stop in Fair Oaks, a small town where wild chickens and roosters roam freely. They were such a riot.
He went for some of my orange peel.
They were brazen little cluckers, without any healthy, rational fear of humans and cars. All right, please forgive me for the ultimate dad joke, but it's obligatory. I saw the opportunity and oh baby, did I take it. Here we go.
Why did the chickens cross the road?
Why did the chickens cross the road? Hello.
What is he doing?
Look at this one. Why? Why is he fronting a car? And look at these two lovely ladies. These two lovely ladies came tearing down the street like velociraptors. Or like that one scene in Django where the housemaid is told to leave. She lifts up her skirt and then gives Usain Bolt a run for his medals. Does anyone else remember that? No? It's just me? Yeah, that's cool. We didn't have a strict itinerary, and that's exactly what made this trip so special. The freedom to explore without a plan allowed for unexpected adventures, like the unplanned detour we took on the way home. My partners suggested we take the scenic route home, and I couldn't have agreed more. The drive down the Pacific Coast Highway was so worth the extra miles. Since we had a late start, we rolled into the San Francisco Bay Area in time to watch a truly exceptional sunset that left the clouds in bruised purples, rimmed in hot pink and neon orange. But that means that my first time seeing the Golden Gate Bridge was in the dark. To make matters worse, since my mobility needs required the use of my wheelchair, we arrived just minutes after they had closed the bridge for pedestrians. So I wasn't able to go on the bridge that night. But on the upside, the moon was still full and shone brightly off the dark and murky waters of San Francisco. We grabbed some dinner and called it a night. There are so many places that you can stop between San Francisco and Big Sur. Lookout points where you can experience the infiniteness of where sea meets sky, and where the rough cliff faces and ancient stones create the unforgettable symphony of waves crashing on rocks, slowly turning into sand. As we journeyed on, a field of golden blooms stretched out beside the road, their vibrant hues illuminating the landscape. We couldn't help but pause and take in the scene. I had never seen the explosion of color and smelled the delicate fragrances of a field of wildflowers. The flowers swayed gracefully, their delicate petals dancing to the melody of the wind, swaying and dancing to the wind's song. But then it was a race to make it to Big Sur in time for sunset. Spoiler alert, we didn't make it in time. Again, but we were still treated to a breathtaking coastal scene as the sun dipped below the horizon, leaving behind these incredible hues of deep indigo with the last remnants of gold and orange.
It looks like I'm standing on top of the clouds.
The majesty of blue hour. We quickly pulled over and dangerously tested fate, a tiny cliff ledge. Sometimes the most memorable trips are the ones that happen spontaneously. It serves as a reminder that true adventure and growth can be found in the most unexpected places, even if you have physical limitations. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.